This is Lord Mafka, aka Roganized Ryan, and in today's video, I want to talk about life has become less special, we are going backwards. There really is nothing for us to look forward to. I mean, you look at how inflation has destroyed any chance of being able to live on your own. Now you're forced to live with roommates, you have to live with a family member that you most likely can't stand and despise secretly low key. There's nothing that is going in our favor. It's like all of the odds are against us. And if you are a man, you are really going to suffer in today's time because no one has your back, no one cares about you. And just being an outcasted dude, you will always see that your life will always be less special. Everything is going to feel dull that you do. It doesn't matter how many video games you play. It doesn't matter how many type of philosophical things that you think about or whatever ideologies you try to cope with about life. You're never going to be satisfied because at the end of the day, you were supposed to have natural things that humanity has had for centuries. You're supposed to be able to have a group to where you can bond with them. You're supposed to be able to go out and be able to enjoy your life. Now, obviously, we don't live in La La Land to where you can just play in the field all day in the daisies and just daydream. No, you still have to be on guard, but you should be able to work to get ahead and get the life that you actually want. But what a lot of people don't see is for many people on this planet, it doesn't matter what they do, it doesn't matter how good of a positive mind they have, nothing seems to go their way. Or even if they get some progress, like some people may be getting right now, it never seems to actually equate to anything that can be very beneficial to this person changing their life drastically on all sides of the spectrum, whether it comes to dating, whether it comes to like socializing with people. You never seem to be able to become a more likable person. So even right now, as I'm battling with sinus issues and just dealing with all of the issues of bill payments, having to ward off negative people that are from either my family or just in general, people in life at my workplace, it just shows you that people will always make life more or less special. They'll always make it to where you're suffering even more inside. And this is the main problem with this whole re traumatizing culture that we live in. No one wants to stand up and take responsibility for their emotions. They don't want to look in their own mind and see, maybe I've been too hard on people. Maybe I need to let loose and let other people live their lives without putting all types of judgments upon them. And then constricting that person to being a lower for version of themselves. So life is always going to feel like it has no meaning to it because at the end of the day, people have made it to where life has no more much of a meaning to it. I mean, it was pretty much just given a meaning by us as human beings with our ways that we've evolved over the centuries and thinking and what we actually consider important, but it is becoming even more meaningless to even try and make a living. Why do you think most of us just want to lay down and rot every day and not do anything? Sometimes when I'm sleeping myself, I'm wishing that I go into a coma to where I am just not waking up anymore for a long time, man, to not deal with this stuff. And people will tell you, oh, you're negative. You're just being lazy at life. You're not giving it everything that you have within you. You're not motivated. You're not being a high value person. All of this is nonsense. It's bullcrap. Because you can do everything in your power to live a very great lifestyle. You can be a very decent human being, and things always have a habit of coming back and biting you when you least expect it. It's like all of the good deeds that you do, they're like serpents that come back and eat on all of the flesh on your body. That's what your good deeds are. And this is why I think that right now, as of how life as it is right now, for many human beings, life itself that we call beautiful is ugly. Beauty itself of life is very ugly because it's just a mask to hide the hideous parts of its unnatural and disgusting nature. I mean, you look at how nature has just went on throughout the world, and you look how many beautiful flowers there are that are poisonous. That if you go near in the wild forest, you'll die if you inhale like these toxins from some of these deadly flowers. You will die. And whether it be a beautiful person that you're talking to or not, if you get near this person and they look good to you and you're under some type of hypnotic spell from their looks, their physical appearance, you can be played like a fool in an instant. That person can get you in a world of trouble. All because you're what? Being controlled by internal carnal desires. Desiring something externally instead of actually doing the introspection, not realizing that this thing that you want is going to cause your very early demise. So life has become a chore to just live. Like, who wants to continue to keep working 9 to 5 bullcrap jobs every day? I mean, you have to go through every day wondering if you're gonna get the next illness. Like, this sinus stuff is it's annoying, guys. And you also have to wonder how you're gonna get your bills paid. You have to think about, oh, when am I gonna meet this special person? Is everyone gonna just think of me a certain way? Am I gonna get persecuted for no reason by looking the way I look physically for the clothes I wear? Who wants to keep living in this type of crappy society to where everything that you do 24/7, it's against you? And you wonder why a load of men are just throwing in the deck of cards saying, I don't want anything to do with anyone. Everyone can go just take a hike, get lost. I don't want nothing to do with you. And if you don't like it, then we're going to have a problem. We're going to argue about it. So I no longer want to participate in this whole glorified light show of society. I don't want nothing to do with the majority of people because they are normal brainwashed imbeciles. They do not understand that they are being fed propaganda every day to go against their fellow man. They don't understand that they are being fed off negative energies. All of these corporations that are in power today to just enslave their minds. This existence is just feeds off our shortcomings. It feeds off all of our anger. It feeds off our frustration. Because when you look at how the governments are designed, when you look at how human to human interaction is designed, it's all geared towards hardship. It's all geared towards a negative outcome. Why do you think you have people out here who are into this type of BDSM stuff to where they love people just punishing them? That just shows you that it's wired in us to unconsciously look for suffering, or we would be staying to ourselves not looking for that. You see, it's like you have to reprogram yourself to not want to suffer, because at a young age we've been told if you are not struggling, if you aren't going through something that's catastrophic in your life, then you're not a good person, you are not developing. And this is a lie. There are some few people in this world, guys, who hardly go through the things that me and you go through, and yet they're living completely fine. So all of this stuff about you have to struggle to make it, you have to have what it takes, pain always leads to glory. All of these ideologies, they're false. When you look at some of the few people who are on this planet right now, just going about it every day, and they hardly have issues. Notice I said hardly. I didn't say they didn't have any issues. It's they hardly have issues compared to people like us who have been mistreated every day that they wake up, every breath that we take. We always have to be on high alert. There's no chill zone for us. There's no taking it easy. And this is what I want to hit home in this video. Everyone around you, basically, they're your enemy, guys. Like, you can't trust anyone out here. And the moment you give your trust to someone, you can guarantee that you're going to get hurt. Because this is how human nature is. It's all about doing evil to get an outcome. And if you don't want to be a part of that part of human nature, then you have to stay on guard at all times. Because no, when you are becoming more aware of how evil and sadistic our society is, how it thrives off all of the chaos that people put other people through, all of these just watered down TV shows, everything that you see online, watered down to be the most just wretched and depraved things that are promoted as normal. Having bad behavior, disrespecting people because they look a certain way, going after someone because they think differently than you. Like, this stuff is, it's insane. We live in a total clown world to where madness is normal. And no one wants to sit there and question this 24/7, because the moment you start bringing up these issues about how people do not act civil, they are not polite, they're not kind anymore, this is when you get told that you are just a horrible person for bringing this up. No, you're a sick person for not acknowledging it. You're the problem here. So if you don't like it, then why are you trying to tell someone who's bringing up truth and facts about how morbid this reality is because of other people, most likely, when you're not going through having illness, when you're not going through freak accidents or falling down or whatever, right? Your suffering, it's based upon other people's mindsets and how they're doing. And this is why it's not good to be around a bunch of people, because they're always going to make your life miserable. You will have a dull moment every day that you're around a bunch of people. I would rather be alone suffering on my own terms rather than be around other people who are tormenting me for their sick pleasure. And that's how you have to look at it. This lifestyle is not for everyone. You have to be a person that is you have to be a person that's cool with being outcasted and not care about other people's opinions, man. Because at the end of the day, they really don't matter, because they don't fix your life. Never listen to anything that doesn't give you introspection, closure, or doesn't fix your life. And that's it. Forget what everyone else is saying. But you guys take care. Like and subscribe if you're new. Still doing bad over here, but I'm trying to give you guys this content the best I can, because these truths have to come out. But you guys take care. And like I always tell you guys, stay away from the modern woman. Thank you.